As we get closer to the start of the 2025 college football season, there's one player on Tennessee's roster that I think could be primed for a breakout season. It might be a guy that's a little bit under the radar. We'll tell you just ahead. Hey, Lucas Panzica here from 104.5 The Zone and A to Z Sports. Now, we've talked about it a lot on these videos. Tennessee's roster is largely talented, but unproven. Not a lot by way of proven bona fide talent that have done it at high levels in college football on this team on either side of the ball. Of course, Jermod McCoy projects as a first-round pick at the cornerback position. There are some experienced offensive linemen on this team. The defensive line projects to be, once again, one of the better units in the country. But in terms of legitimate star players, there aren't a lot right now, especially on offense. So Tennessee's going to have some guys break out in 2025. And a lot of those prime candidates, for example, at the wide receiver position, number one, of course, will be dependent on quarterback play, and that all remains to be seen. But all eyes, I imagine, will be on two players. Chris Brazzell, who's Tennessee's lead returning receiver, who has already had some shining moments as a Tennessee wideout. You had the game-winning touchdown catch, of course, in the win over Alabama at Neyland Stadium last year for the former Tulane transfer. And, of course, Mike Matthews, who didn't have a lot by way of production in 2024, but still is a blue-chip five-star prospect, or was when coming out. And there's going to be a lot of attention devoted to him by opposing defenses on game day, especially early in the season. Who does that leave at the wide receiver position? My eyes go to a sophomore by the name of Braylon Staley, who I think could be poised to take advantage of the attention that'll be devoted to both Brazzell and Mike Matthews in 2025. Braylon Staley is a guy that has flashed at different points in his Tennessee time at practice, in spring ball as a freshman, in spring ball this past year, at training camp last year, who didn't get a lot of reps last season on the football field. In fact, Staley in his freshman year only caught 3 passes for 21 yards and no touchdowns. He did get some action in that college football playoff loss against Ohio State, some of that experience, but I just wonder, with Staley's talent level as a sneaky good prospect at the receiver position, if the door won't open up for him due to the attention placed on Chris Brazzell, who's a much more known commodity, and Mike Matthews, who has a very high talent profile. Obviously, again, it all comes back to quarterback play for Tennessee. Who starts at quarterback, number one? Number two, who do those guys start to build a rapport with? And can this Tennessee offense get back into the flow state that we saw it be in 2022? But there's no question, one or two or three of these guys are going to have massive breakout years for Tennessee to defy some expectations and shock the world in 2025. Braylon Staley very well could be one of those players.